Hello there. I received some feedback this past month that people were disappointed there wasn't a sexy face in front of the camera. So I decided to come back. As you know, I really don't have a studio anymore, so I'm utilizing something innovative, invented by the Jimmy L. LaRusso. I'm here doing the selfie interview with myself. It still doesn't sound right, but I like it. It allows me to be back in front of the camera. I was behind the scenes quite a bit these past few months, and I had a really fun time putting together a Sugar Rush story. But since I had a few moments, I figured I'd step back in front of the camera, sit in front of the camera, you know what I mean, and give you a little review of what I've been doing these past few months. You can catch all clips in their entirety on acvariety.com. For the next hour, I'll just show you a brief glimpse of some of the things that I've been doing and Jimmy L. LaRusso's been doing. And then a little later in the episode, we're going to have some upcoming stuff from the past. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, it will by the end of the episode. And I can lie, it might not by the end of the episode, but I guarantee you're going to have a fun time. So why don't you go to the fridge, grab a drink. They got that summer shandy out now because, summer is here. And cool off. You only need to remember two things this next hour. I am the clam, and this is my world. You're living in it.
Oh now, here we go now. Oh now.
As some of our longtime viewers may know, May and April is Performing Arts Month. It starts even earlier now for AC Variety. A few years ago, a couple years ago, Jimmy L. LaRusso was laid up in the hospital due to a health issue, and I had to step up to the plate, so to speak, and start covering a lot of these performing arts activities with myself. I was going to say with one camera, but it was never one camera. No, it was myself, and I decided to continue doing that for some of the productions. So this first production here is actually Kirkstra and Foster Elementary Schools, located in Oak Forest, Illinois. Did you know they have an early performing arts program? They performed a musical called Summer Camp, and we're going to look at one of the scenes right now. I really enjoy going to these schools, which is directed by Joy Latka, because it prepares the students for the next level, which will be Jack Hilly Middle School, which we'll talk about a little later.
One of my favorite things about summer camp is telling stories around the campfire.
Yeah, why don't you tell them your favorite story?
Yeah, tell us a story.
Okay, if you insist. There was a camper by the name of Mike who went on a 5-mile hike. And all that we know, we all learned Mike never did return.
What happened to him?
No one knows. Some people think Bigfoot got him.
Others say he was abducted by creatures from outer space. But most likely, it was a bear.
A bear? Are there really any bears around here?
Of course there are, and they're big and ferocious, and they like nothing better than to have a fresh new camper for a midnight snack.
Did you know what happened to the boy and girl that wandered out of camp after camp curfew?
No, what?
Same thing like Hiker Mike. They were never heard from again.
What was that? I saw eyes over there. Something on my arm! It's me, you scaredy cat. I heard it from over there. No, over there. No, over there.
Do you hear the sound rustling in the woods? I don't know what it is, but I know it can't be good. Something else is there. Can you hear it in the trees? You better be aware, or I think I heard a sneeze. Achoo! It's a bear, it's a bear. Over here, over there. Take a look if you dare. It's a bear. Oh, I swear it's a bear. He has caught us unaware. I can feel it in the air. It's a bear. His claws are sharp and long. His teeth are made to bite. He's tall and very strong.
And he comes at the dark at night.
A breakfast honeycomb, you can hear him smack and crunch. Left his dinner bowl at home.
'Cause he had a camper for lunch.
It's a bear, over here, over there. Take a look if you dare. It's a bear. Oh, I swear it's a bear. He has caught us unaware. I can feel it in the air. It's a bear. He's hairy and he's mean, little smarter than you think, and now he's never seen.
But boy, does that bear stink!
Hear him through the brush, he's always on the prowl. Everybody hush.
I think I heard him growl!
It's a bear, over here, over there. Take a look if you dare. It's a bear. Oh, I swear it's a bear. He has caught us unaware. I can feel it in the air. It's a bear, over there. It's a bear. It's a bear.
The hills are alive with the sound of rain flooding the suburbs. Hopefully everyone's okay, but I know it's been a very, very rainy season, and hopefully it's gone for summer. But does that parody song sound familiar to you? I just invented it now, but it's based on a musical called The Sound of Music. Yeah, I'm sure many people have heard that musical name before, and I was pleasantly surprised to see Oak Forest High School perform it this year under the direction of Thomas Blakely. Let's head over to, or it might be Mike Blakely. I'm not going to lie, there's two Blakeleys over there, so shout out to both of you over there. I got to meet both of you. But let's take a look at one of the tunes now, which stars Kinsey Carrera. Congratulations on your graduation and good luck in the future. We had a pleasure watching you develop these past few years from Arbor Park Middle School all the way through Oak Forest. But this clip from The Sound of Music will show you a good amount of the cast from the Von Trapp children. Let's take a look at The Sound of Music.
Well, now that it's just us, would you mind telling me your names again and how old you are? Now, I'm Lisa. I'm 16 years old and I don't need a governess. Well, I'm glad you told me. We'll just be friends.
I'm Friedrich. I'm 14. I'm a boy.
Boy, why, you're almost a man.
I'm Brigitte.
You didn't tell me how old you were, Louisa.
I'm Brigitte. She's Louisa and she's 13. I'm 9 and you're smart and I think your dress is the ugliest one I ever saw.
Brigitte, you mustn't say a thing like that.
Why not? Don't you think it's ugly?
Well, I didn't say so. I'm Kurt. I'm 11 almost.
Well, that's a nice age to me. 11. Almost.
I'm Marta. I turned 7 on Tuesday and I would like pink parasol. Pink is my favorite color too.
And you're Gretel. I'm going to tell you something. I've never been a governess before. How do I start?
You mean you don't know anything about being a governess?
Well, the first thing you have to do is
Tell Father to mind his own business.
No, Louisa, don't. I like her. What's in here? Well, this is my guitar. What's it for? For when we all sing together. You don't sing. Well, of course you sing. Everybody sings. So what songs do you know?
We don't know any songs.
Well, now I know just where to start. I'm going to teach you how to sing. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi.
That's really nice.
Do, re, mi. The first three notes just happen to be do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Come, I'll make it easier for you. Listen. Do, a deer, female deer, re, a drop of golden sun, mi, a name I call myself, far a long way to run. So I need a woven thread.
Hilly Middle School is located in Oak Forest, Illinois. They have a very strong performing arts department, and each year in the spring they present a musical. It's not your traditional plays that you see, but it's a musical show that tells a story. This year's theme was Seasons of Love. Not only does the performance feature jazz band, dancing, and singing, as well as poems, but it brings the community together. As you see all the people in the audience, families, staff, and if you look closely, you might even see some people connected with audio at Oakfest. I'm just saying. But for this song here, we're going to play Seasons of Love, which features the entire cast minus the jazz band at Jack Hilly Middle School, Kaleidoscope. You know Jimmy LaRuza loves his music, and he couldn't believe when this next song was performed. Oak Forest High School holds the annual pop concert, which you may have learned about over the past few years, even touched base on Grease is the Word, which is also available on acvariety.com. All roads lead there. But this year at the pop concert, many of the students got a chance to sing solos, and one of them was Tegan Nolan, who performed a song from A Star is Born. Now, I've never seen the movie before, but I'm sure a lot of you have, so I don't think this needs any introduction. Without further ado, here's Tegan Nolan at Oak Forest High School.
At this time, I'd like to introduce our final soloist. This is senior member, Tia. I was going to say Tia, but we're going to go formal here. Tegan Nolan.
When we first met, I never thought that I would fall. I never thought that I'd find myself lying in your arms. And I wanna pretend that it's not true. Oh, baby, that you're gone. 'Cause my world keeps turning and turning and turning. And I'm not moving on. Don't wanna feel another touch. Don't wanna start another fire. Don't wanna know another kiss. No other name falling off my I just won't. I'll never love again. I'll never love again.
So, I recently received a letter at AC Variety, P.O. Box 154, Oak Forest, Illinois, zip code 60452. And it said something like this. The Clem. I notice each Friday you send out an email newsletter and you never promote any of the events in Oak Forest. And then after the events happen, half the time you don't even put anything about it. First off, thank you for writing the letter. That means you're watching the show. But unfortunately, AC Variety currently does not send out an email newsletter. We are collecting emails for a future newsletter, but we don't do it right now. So I'm deducting by the reference to Oak Forest, there might be some type of Oak Forest weekly newsletter that comes out that doesn't give pertinent information coming up. So, you inspired me, fan. I decided for the next half of this episode, let's give all the people at home information about upcoming events in Oak Forest and the Chicago Southland, where you may be able to find AC Variety, but due to many things going on, we unfortunately won't be able to attend some of these events, but you will be able to have a great time. We're going to show you clips from some past events, and then also give you the dates for those upcoming events, and hopefully it's accurate. You know dang well that the Clem's going to try his best, so think of this as a little video, FYI.
Nothing like a bomb, baby, come again. from my head to my feet, yeah. You got the peaches, I got the cream. Hey, and I'm high, so hot, sick and sweet. Hey, hey. But you take some sugar. Take the bottle, take it up, break the bubble, break it up. Pour some sugar on me. Leave a blood, pour some sugar on me. To my body, pour your sugar on me. Can't get enough. Pour some sugar on me. Oh, baby, pour some sugar on me. Oh, baby, pour your sugar on me. Yeah.
Wow, that was pretty exciting. You got to see a clip of something that Jimmy LaRusso and I did back on, like March 3rd or March 2nd. Some weekend back in March there at Durbin's Pub in Midlothian with the Anthem Band. If you'd like to see them, they're going to be at Bourbonnais Festival, which runs from June 26th through June 30th. Since June 30th's a Sunday, that means Anthem will be performing on June 29th at about 9 or 9:30 p.m. until midnight. And AC Variety will be at that event. So we hope to see you down at Bourbonnais Friendship Festival. Feel free to say hi to us. Let people know how you found out about it. We can't wait to catch up with some old friends at the Bourbonnais Friendship Festival. Pop quiz. What's Jimmy's favorite subject besides music? Some of you might have guessed photography, but you probably didn't unless you know him personally. But it's cars. He loves his cars. And lots of people love their cars. I mean, you've probably been to shows before where you saw the documentation when they bought the car back in like 1966, 1958, whatever have you, right? Yes. But have you ever met a person that documented not only when they ordered the car before it was delivered to the dealer, but every single transaction pertaining to that car since day one? Every single time they had something replaced on the car, changed the oil, filled the gasoline. I'm guessing no. But AC Variety found the guy. And you know where we found this guy? In Joliet at Route 66 Raceway. It was during the NMRA event, which this year will be, usually I have the information in my mind, but there's so much stuff going on this year. July 25th through July 28th. So it's a Thursday it'll start on and end on Sunday. Unfortunately, it looks like AC Variety most likely won't be there this year because Jimmy's got to attend a wedding. This is one event where I don't feel I'd be able to do it on my own. But maybe we'll meet a person before that time. But you never know. Anyway, we're going to show you this ultra-rare interview that AC Variety got, debuting it right now, right here, from NMRA last year. And also, one event we will be at Route 66 Raceway will be the Darcy Classic, which is August 17th, I believe. Yes, Saturday, August 17th, at Route 66 Raceway in Joliet. Go to acvariety.com, you'll find more information. But sit back, grab another drink, because this interview is going to blow you away. NMRA, check out this Mustang.
Okay, we're back at the car show. We got a little band cranking up in the background, but we have found some beautiful original metal here today. This 67 Mustang, we're about to document the original owner who's got the car right now. We're going to find out his name. And your name, sir?
Bob Cole.
Bob, you were about to show us some documentation here. Tell us about it.
In addition to all the original paperwork, when I ordered the car in October '66, to when I had the car delivered in December of '66, thereafter I maintained every receipt on the car, gas tickets, service tickets, so on. And I'm showing you right now, when I picked up the car December 12, '66.
The H Ford.
The H Ford, south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
Then I filled up gas on the 17th of December, 22nd of December, 24th, 26th. Every day I went to the gas station, I filled it up, and I maintained where the gas was purchased, the city, the number of gallons, and the price.
Wow.
And this continues up through 2018.
Wow, look at this. This is unbelievable.
I've got here 46 pages of expenses related to the '67 Mustang.
Wow, and I'm looking at CJ Pony Parts Incorporated, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
NPD,
yeah.
Michigan. All my work since 1982 has been done by Highland Park Ford.
Okay.
And
who do we have here?
In December of 2016, we had a birthday party for the Mustang at Highland Park Ford. Here's a birthday cake, the 50th year, pictured. I couldn't drive the car that day because it was snowing out.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I had a picture. Here's a service technician, John, who's worked on the car for the last 30 years.
Wow.
He knows the car. And here I am, and here's another technician. Here's one of the owners of the dealership.
Wow.
A special birthday cake. How's that?
This is, I have seen documentation through the years, never this thorough, never this detailed. This is a history in itself.
It's also a history of where I've been. For example, I took a trip in 1968. I left Chicago and I went to all these cities.
Let's see.
Here we go. My first stop was in Indianapolis, then Elizabethtown, Kentucky, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Byron, Georgia, Gainesville, Fort Pierce, Fort
Key West. Oh my God.
Naples, Florida, St. Petersburg, Hyde Springs, Florida, Marianna, Florida, Pensacola, New Orleans, Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, Fort Stockton, Texas, Ozona, Texas, West
Van Horn, Texas too. Oh my God.
El Paso, Texas,
Yeah.
Gila Bend.
So you were coming up heading on for the west.
Tornado, Yuma,
Arizona.
Needles, then over to Mesquite, Nevada, up to Nevada. In Nevada, I pedal to the metal, 115 miles an hour in the back roads in Nevada.
I can believe it.
Then to Utah, then to Grand Junction, Colorado, Dillon, Colorado, Soda Plume,
Denver,
Lemon, Kansas, Goodland, Boonville, Missouri, St. Charles, Missouri, Normal, Illinois.
Now you're starting to head home
back
there,
to
Normal?
Chicago,
Yeah.
yes. Here's all the
What a road trip.
road trips, motels where I stayed at, as well as service along the way. Well,
Sure,
in Zuma,
sure.
Arizona, I had a 30,000 mile checkup.
Sure.
Warranty, and here's all the mileage. See?
Right.
Day by day. How's that?
Now, when you were on the road with the car, did you always go to a Ford dealer?
Yes, always to a Ford dealer.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Because back then it was fix and repair daily.
Yeah. You know, I didn't want to say that used to be the old thing that stood for Ford or found on
dead.
Yeah, found on road dead.
Yeah, right.
But we've come a long way since then. So
Yeah, here's a series of all the license plates. I got that in my garage. These are all the license.
you got all these plates saved up on the wall?
Yeah, they're all the license plates from '67 all the way through to 2018. 2018 now is the same as the P51.
Okay, P51 Mustang
and you know
fighter.
the history about the P51, don't you?
Well, you can bring us there.
Well, when they were originally designing the car, one of the designers was a P51 pilot in World War or Korean War and World War II.
Yes, they were using Korea. You're right.
And the committee that decided on the name Mustang for a horse was by the Lee Iacocca group.
That's right.
So that's when the name was officially Mustang rather than an airplane.
Right.
So I went back. I said, for the old people who want to remember, it was the P51 that was originally conceptually to be used on the car.
Yeah.
And then here's all the
Wow. Unbelievable. You know, as long as we have this beautiful Mustang in front of us, can we kind of walk through it and talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
First of all, it's attracting a lot of attention.
The car is highly optioned. There are more options.
Yes, I was just going to say.
There's more options you'll see on this car than any other Mustang, at least in my recent memory.
I'm just going to shout some stuff out. First of all,
tilt steering wheel.
Yes, the swing away steering wheel.
Tilt steering wheel.
Tilt, the swing out so you can get out of the car. As long as our cameraman, Dave Paninsky, the owner of Operator of AC Variety, is on there. Is that a retractable seat belt in the console?
Retractable seat belt.
That is so cool.
Overhead console lights.
Okay.
Overhead console lights.
Okay, up on the ceiling.
Full-size console. AM/FM radio.
Okay.
And one of the rarest options, or there's two rarest options. One is the cruise control.
Okay.
And the other rarest is the, we call them idiot lights. There are 4 lights there in the middle.
Okay, on the dash there?
On the dash, yes,
for
lights.
Your
lights. One is for
generator?
Low gas, light for low gas. When the engine's on and the door is open, the light's flashing that the door is open.
You're right, they're truly idiot lights.
Yeah, the lights are open. And also another light when you don't have, it tells you to put your seatbelt on.
Okay.
Even though you don't have seatbelt on, it goes off in about 5 seconons.
Okay, so it cycles off. Okay.
It cycles off.
Thank God.
So those are some of those idiot lights.
Okay.
They're called convenience system.
Yes.
Rare option.
Okay, I'm looking at some stainless steel trim down there beyond the Ford nameplate.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
That was a dealer installed option.
Really? And I was going to ask you about that. I have never seen that. That's a dealer installed option.
Dealer installed option.
It really, really looks nice.
Besides this dealer installed option.
Okay, bring us to it.
In front of the car.
Okay.
We've got the lighted Mustang.
Wow. Okay, I have never seen that.
So when you're driving,
check this out.
It's called a safety light.
Okay.
And that's
or a running light or safety?
Safety or running light. So
okay.
when the car's running, the light is on.
So yeah, you know the engine's running. And
exactly right. And so when you're driving down the road, the light is on, so you don't have to have these lights on.
Sure.
The light is on.
Okay.
The safety light. And also, when I first bought the car, and I still have, is the block heater.
Very good. Very good option.
Because in Chicago, in wintertime,
you gotta warm up that block and it's 20 below out, you know.
You gotta plug it in.
Yeah.
See? Hybrid.
Wow, you're right. This was heavily optioned. I gotta ask you a quick question on these accent lighting in the grill.
Yes.
This is actually a small sealed beam, right?
Yeah, it's a fog light.
A fog light, okay.
They came with an amber color and
yes,
clear.
I've seen them in it, okay.
I had amber, but I put clear on. I can do either way.
So either way, okay.
Yeah, but I left the clear on, though.
Okay. And then, of course, the turn signal's below the bumper in a usual location, right?
Yeah, right. That's
okay,
right.
okay.
It's got the directional lights on the hood.
Yes. Okay. You can't. I don't want to shut the hood, but yeah, you have. What is that option called?
Directional
lights on the hood.
On the hood.
So, behind while you're sitting driving the car, look down the hood. You will see if you're turning left or right.
Right.
Nice option.
Right.
Nice option. Now I have to ask you this.
In the daytime, when the sun's blowing, you can't see it too well.
Well, yeah,
but at nighttime, it'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, it must look awesome at night. I have to. Go ahead.
The
wipers.
Wipers. It's got foot control. You can touch the pedal, and it goes up, squirts water on it.
And do a cycle and clean your window.
Right.
All right.
Also here's the cruise control button. You press down here to
to resume and
to resume.
I love that swing away wheel. That is so cool. I have to ask because the paint I'm looking at is exquisite. The green metallic.
Right.
Is this original?
That's original. It was painted in 1990 with the same green metallic.
Okay, as the original.
As the original, exactly
wow,
right.
it is gorgeous.
Yes, it's got an iridescent appearance to it because it's metallic.
Absolutely. And when the sun is popping in and out on us right now, folks, and I'll tell you, when the sun comes out, this looks like a gem. Our cameraman's going through the Mustang emblems right now, and how many different wheel trims were there? I know obviously you have the nice full hubcaps, but
yeah, there was I think at least 3 different types of wheel hubcaps.
Okay.
This is the ones I've got the originals, which were wire rims.
That's what I was going to ask you because I thought I remembered seeing that.
I sometimes keep them on, put them on, but the trouble is it takes a lot of work cleaning them off.
Oh,
And after you,
Lord,
cut your,
yes.
you cut your fingers a few times, so I clipped these on for this year. If I go to some other show, I'll pop them on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't know what you would probably have to use a toothbrush and everything else
Yes.
to clean it and to do it right. And you're right, you could. That's all stainless steel. You could accidentally cut yourself.
Right, because on the tubes themselves, on the rims, the tubes are not completely solid.
Okay.
Behind it is all open, so it's easy to get your
well,
finger
then
and
yeah,
cut
that's
your
an open
finger.
piece of metal.
Yeah, open metal, right. That came with the car, where the stainless.
I'm taking a quick look here. The racing striping below the Mustang emblem on the side, that was an option also, I believe, wasn't it? Or was that part of the package?
Only if it was a GTA model.
Okay.
When I had the car painted in 1990 or so, they put it on.
Okay.
They said it was a nice thing to put on.
It was a nice touch.
Yeah,
but it's period correct,
right,
you know.
But if I was gonna have the car painted tomorrow, I would not put it on.
Okay.
But
okay.
it's a nice touch, you know.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, so, 20 years ago, people weren't thinking. I wasn't thinking about, being a purist.
Yes,
But
I hear you. I hear you.
That's what happened.
And speaking of purists, I know you have a 289 power plant in there. How's that been through the years?
Car engine was rebuilt about 3 years ago.
Okay.
After, because the mileage now is 215,000 miles.
Good.
15,000. So
yes,
because they could not time properly, and the valves were not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Sure.
The dealership said, and the technician said, Bob, the only solution, if you want a long-term solution, rebuild the interior, rebuild it completely, which I did, and I'm glad I did.
Good decision.
Yeah, good decision. Yeah.
Bob, I want to thank you we came by to look at this car because I saw it from a distance and I thought, God, if that doesn't look original, and the closer I got to it, I couldn't believe my eyes, and to see the original window sticker he had underneath the hood, and I thought, I got to come up and meet this guy. So, Bob, thank you so much. Let me grab a hand for coming up and giving us the story behind this. This and your documentation is second to none. So
46 pages.
46 pages.
Single space XL.
Bob, enjoy every time you have this car out and you show it. And I know it's a crowd stopper. You must be answering questions all the time on it, but it is probably one of the best original Mustangs I have ever seen.
Thank you very much. I was hoping maybe at some point, maybe Mustang Monthly or one of those other organizations.
To me, a national publication would like to do a story on this. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll see this thing that motorsagogo.com is doing with AC Variety. That's who we are. They might give you a call.
Oh,
so, okay.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Take care.
Yeah, good talking to you.
Bop quiz. What's the Clum's favorite time of year? Oakfest. And this year it runs from July 3rd, which is a Wednesday, through July 7th on a Sunday. Car shows on Sunday. Infinity opens up the event on July 3rd. Well, actually, there's a band before Infinity, but you know the drill. We look forward to having a good time, making some fun videos, having a few drinks, and celebrating America's birthday the right way. And another performance that I'm really anxious to see will be on Saturday, which is Sugar Rush in the afternoon. I want to say around 4 p.m. or so. Go to oakfest.com for the official information. But another new addition, sort of new addition, is Genevieve Craig with John Craig. We met these two when John Craig used to perform with Infinity, and Genevieve was actually invited on stage at Oakfest. Yes, it's true. I can't wait to see what they do this year, but let's take a look at one of our favorite songs, Man in the Box, at Oakfest with John Craig featuring Genevieve.
Hey, Genevieve Craig, how many times have you been called back to The Voice? Come on. 4. Let's do a little Alice in Chains. Daddy. Hey, Oakfest, you guys ready to turn it up? And
Some other events coming up in the Chicago Southland include Palos Heights Cruise Night, July 18th. That's a Thursday, about 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then also the Old Times Picnic in Oak Forest, Labor Day Sunday. It'll be September 1st this year at Central Park at about 12 noon. There should be a parade. I haven't seen any information about that yet, so stay tuned to AC Variety and we'll try to give you the news. Well, it was great seeing you again. I hope you enjoyed this past hour with information about what I was doing this past few months and also some upcoming events that I hope to see you at. If there was random stuff in there, I'm sorry, or you're welcome if you really liked it. I know I'm a little all over the place right now, but life's a bit busy. But the Clem is always here for you on AC Variety. So until next time, keep those letters coming in. We love the fan mail, especially the information about the email newsletter with incorrect information, outdated information, and just stuff not pertaining to you. That's where AC Variety tries to take pride in doing things right. Until next time, remember, I am the Clam. This is my world, and I'll see you on TV.
Oh, now,